All right, so super excited. Now we just got the Viper. We just got that unboxed. This just showed up today. We have been waiting for this for several months now. This is the TopRc Corsair. Got it from Gator RC. Mike Mueller, super good guy. Awesome to deal with. It turns out they were very close, so we didn't even have to have it shipped. We were able to go get it up in Lake in the Hills. So it worked out really well. The airframe on it, now it does come with retracts. I gotta get those. I'll show you those first. And they look really good. Now there's been some, online chatter that these retracts aren't that great. However, here's your tail wheel. That thing looks, it's carbon, first of all, most of it, so it's going to be nice and light. It looks like a Corsair wheel. So you talk about stock, that looks like a Corsair. That's your tail wheel assembly. And then, you take a look at your mains. I don't know, they look really good. There's a thick ball link up here. There was some talk about a pin up in the top here. It looks super thick. I don't see any problem with this gear. Wheels look really stock for a Corsair. They're big, so they look really good. And that's the gear, that's the roll bar gear now that has been remanufactured for this Corsair. Supposedly they're very easy to install. We're gonna see once I do the build. There's your, and that comes with the kit price, which I want to say is $24.75 or $24.95. It's in there. I don't remember what we actually paid for it, but the gear is included in that price. I think you have to. I don't even think they sell it without it now. So that's a quick look at the gear. Now I'm going to get into the unboxing of this. It might take me a little while. This thing is giant. I have not opened it. I haven't even looked inside. So I don't know how it's packaged. I don't know. Looks really nice. First of all, I love this. Sorry, but that's totally awesome in the box. If you like Corsairs, go figure, that is amazing. Okay, so I don't even know where to start. Let's start like this. Let me tip this over. This thing is packaged super good. I know I say that all the time, but this one really is. It's in a box. It's almost like a wooden, it's a cardboard construction, but it's really sturdy. Everything is in it cannot move. So this thing is really packaged well. So now I'm going to see how I can take this apart. Well, let's just start. Okay. First bag. I'm not going to take anything out of the bag, but these are our flaps. These are your two outboard flaps. Or are these inboard? Oh, these will be the outboard. They actually have, you'll see, they have the nomenclature on them as well. Looks like panel lines are on there. That looks really good. I don't know where I'm going to put all of this stuff, so you'll have to bear with me. Okay, right on the top here, everything is really secure, which is good because that means it's not moving around in here. So on the very top here, you have your parts bag. This is control horns, various ball links. Oh, you got your gun sight. There's I think a gun sight in there, some fuel tubing. Your fuel tank is in there. I'm not using their fuel tank, but hey, you got one. Then you have wing tube, carbon, and these look like reinforcements. Right here, this is reinforcements for the wing. Now, one of the problems that people were having with this was the wing, and people saying that the wing folds up. Unfortunately, all the landings I saw were terrible. And I'm sorry, people were hitting the ground so hard with this thing. It's a 35-pound airplane, 37-pound airplane. you're going to break stuff if you land it terribly. I don't know what else to say. But they have, looks like they have reinforced, not only with carbon fiber in the center wing section, they've added wing bones. Here are your gear doors, front part of your gear doors. One bitch, they're gray. You'll see the underside of this plane is gray. I'll probably be weathering this, and I'll probably paint the bottom white. The proper color is insignia white. It's not a true white, it's a little off-white, and we'll see. Once I get closer to getting the build done, we'll see. Okay, so we move on. Okay, so here we have, well, I'll take this off. What the hell? I haven't really looked at this closely. Oh man, this looks beautiful. Look at the graphic. It's really done well. Really done well. Trying to see, it's got rivet detail. I mean, you could see panel lines, rivet detail, so all that's really needed is a little bit of weathering, and this thing's gonna look just dynamite. Now that goes, that's your cowl, here's your engine, or your cowl mounting ring. So that obviously is how you're gonna mount your cowl in the airplane, so let's get that over here. Put that over here. What else we have? Oh, the canopy looks like, this is interesting. So the canopy is going to be in two pieces. That'll probably be cool in case I want to have a sliding canopy. And the canopy is made really well with a lip here, so in case I want to do a sliding canopy, I could either use a servo or I could use magnets. But there's your canopy, half. Let's see what else we got out here. Okay, so that's all I can get to that way. Alright, we'll see how we can get this thing out of here. There's so much foam and formers in here that everything is really locked in.
You want to put the box in front? And pull everything out and put it on the table?
No, I'll keep it up here.
Alright.
I'm going to try and actually put this thing back together. I really wouldn't like to get everything back in here. It's probably not going to work.
Yeah.
Let's just see what we can do here. I don't want to mix anything up. This thing is too pretty. Okay, so what do we have here? Okay. This looks, let's see if I can get this out of here. Man! Alright, when I said this thing was packaged really good, I freaking meant it. A little hot out here, just so you know. We're doing this outside because it's too big for the house. Okay.
You want to pause, unpack it, and put everything on the table? Go through everything?
No, let's keep it going unless it gets too obnoxious. If it gets really obnoxious, we'll do that.
What made you decide to buy from this company? What's going on with how many models this size are available, and what do you like about this company?
Honestly, there wasn't really much available in this size.
Okay.
The Top Flight was the kit that most people were doing, the Top Flight. Top Flight went out of business though. So this place kind of, I think, but this is also a bigger, oh my goodness. Okay, but Top Flight was small. They had a giant scale that I think was comparable, but like I said, you can't get them anymore. And they were a very nice kit. Everything was beautiful, but like I said, they went out of business. So that's what sort of steered me in the direction of this. Okay, what do we have here? Oh, here's our other flap. So I'm just going to leave that here. And I'll take that out once I get this wing panel off. Oh man, this thing is really nice. really beautiful. I mean, now there's not rivets on here. I'm going to show you. But look at the panel line detail.
Oh, yeah.
Panel lines are all there. It's really flawless. It's really beautiful. Here's the underside. You can see all the detail. These stars and bars look, I mean, it's beautiful the way that's on there. I can't say enough about it. Your ailerons already hinged. Flaps are going to fit. I mean, I'm going to keep this together. Just, I don't think I'm going to need to worry about it, but there's your flap. Flaps are going to need to be hinged in here. I think the flaps are a bit difficult, but you can see your where the flap goes, and then you know this is your outer wing panels. I'm going to throw this back in the bag. I love how light this thing is too for being as big as it is.
What's the total weight on it once it's built minus gas?
Well, depends on what you're using, because we're using a radial. Probably going to be a bit heavier. It should come in around 37 to 39 pounds.
We'll talk about why you chose the radial while you're bagging that up.
Oh, well, the radial, so you can, I chose a UMS 90. It's a 7-cylinder radial, 90 cc. The reason why I chose that, honestly, was mostly the sound of a radial. You could definitely do this with, let's say, an EME 70. You could probably do a DA85 in here. You could do a bunch of different engines could actually fit in here. I wanted the radial for the sound and the look. It's got a nice big cowl. You know, as we revisit this a little bit, so you're going to be able to see that radial in here, and it's a real radial. So I think it's now it increases the cost dramatically because your radial is. The radial was $2,700
versus what was the other?
The other stuff's $900,
and
$895.
And the difference in power, same?
Well, you could actually, you're going to get more power out of a non-radial. So I'm not interested in power though. I want to fly at scale, and scale flying to me doesn't have to go 1,000,000 miles an hour. It just needs to, fly, and it needs to be very smooth, and it's going to look like a warbird.
Scale takeoff, scale landings.
And with the 90, you're going to have plenty of power. People are putting Moki 180s in them. Again, and then when the wing folds, they wonder why the wing folds when they're doubling the horsepower you're supposed to have. So, I'm not trying to do that. This is the...
And did you upgrade the gas tank?
I did. I got a Valley View RC 32 ounce. Just because it looks nice, a clear tank. This tank is fine, but that tank is already plumbed. Alright, here's your elevator half. Number one, tons of detail. It actually looks like the fabric parts. Already hinged. Already ready to go. You can see the bottom. Looks really nice. It's beautiful, actually. So no blemishes, no marks on any of this stuff. It's all really clean. What else do we have here? Oh, this one's gonna be hard to get out. Oh, let's do this. Let's get the other wing out. This thing is packaged ridiculous. You can't even get the thing out. So, it's really packaged well. Okay. This is your other wing panel and your flap. So again, same deal. That's your inboard or outboard flap. Let's check out this wing panel and see if it's as nice as the other one, and it is. God, the detail on this thing has got great panel lines. As you can see, top. There's the bottom star and bar. They even did a fairly good job. Okay, so the colors on a Corsair. Everyone, in my opinion, does the wrong colors. They do a very light intermediate blue. This is actually not terrible. It's a little bit lighter than what should, what I feel should be on there. The top is ideal. Because what I'll do when I weather it is I'll darken these panels on the inside, just in here, I'll darken the inside. It's going to make it all look weathered. It's going to be beautiful. And there's your inboard side. This is where that wing bone goes in here. Let's see here. Okay, so the aileron already hinged, not glued, but already hinged. It's a big deal because that's often hard to do. Okay, let's throw this guy back. We're getting down to the really, really beautiful part, which is going to be the fuse.
What size is it again? The size of it's a one.
This is a 93-inch wingspan.
93-inch wingspan.
This is like, I believe, not quarter scale. This is probably 1/5 scale. But 93-inch wingspan, fuse 75 inches long. Okay. We got here, down here.
And what kind of receiver is going to go in there while you're unpacking?
Oh, we're putting a jetty. We're flying this on jetty. It is going to be a Rex 12 Assist. We're going to have a 12-channel receiver with a built-in gyro. Why? Because we can. And I think, even though it's a very big airplane, I think the gyro is going to make it fly even that much nicer. Let's see, this is your other elevator half. Horizontal stabilizer. Same as the other one. Really flawless. So you're going to get a tube in there. It's going to connect with that anti-rotation pin. Already hinged. Again, really important. That makes your job as a builder a lot easier. Which translates into getting this into the air quicker. Although I will say I'm probably not going to fly it this year. My goal is to get it out next year. Okay, coming down to the last parts. Here is. Oh man. Yep. Okay, so this is the inner. This is your wing center section. Let's see what she looks like here.
And you're going to do the build video, and you're going to obviously do a maiden video.
Yeah, all that stuff.
Stay tuned.
Yep, every single one. We're going to get it all through every step of the way, all the way till she flies. Oh my goodness, this is beautiful. Again, here's your bottom. The doors are already hinged. These doors you'll be putting in. But the your main doors already hinged. Here you go. You can kind of see they're nylon hinged. They're very good. I can already see, you're not going to be able to see, unfortunately. But there are, and there is, carbon fiber sheeting in here, this whole thing. It looks like carbon fiber sheeting is down the whole wing, this whole center section. The problem with it was that people said this section broke. Again, I don't want to sound arrogant, but most people were landing so hard, I can't believe they...
Let's see the top.
Oh, here's the top. And there is rivet detail on here. And nomenclature, like you can see the nose step. Very nice little details.
And you feel that's a true Corsair blue?
The top is, yeah. I think the bottom, not sure. I would have to look. I'm kind of a big stickler on the scale. stuff. I don't think a Corsair was ever painted gray on the bottom, although the way they came out of the factory, sometimes they put whatever they could on there because they were trying to kill other people. And if they didn't have the right color paint, guess what? They painted it with whatever they had. So that's why, and that's also why the colors are so hard to match, because some of them, you know, were different colors just because of, you know, how they were made.
You leaving it out to get the fuselage?
Yeah, I'm gonna put this out here. All right, last but not least, how this sucker is gonna come out here, I don't know. I'm gonna have to move some of this around. I'm gonna get this over here. Put this down over here. Okay, there we go. All right. Okay, let's see.
Here, give us a tip. Let's take out the box. Let's see how the fuselage is. That's the bottom packed in. Oh yeah, they do pack it well.
It's really packed good. I mean, this sucker is, it's in there. There's not a mark on this plane. I can tell you right now that there is not a mark. This plane is absolutely beautiful. It's definitely not going to be able to get it back in here. So we'll have to figure out what to do with these parts so they don't get damaged. This foam is so ridiculous. You can't even get the thing out. So it is a really, really well thought out packing job by whoever did it.
So yeah, if you couldn't pick it up, totally comfortable getting it shipped.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about this thing getting shipped at all. Oh, this thing is gorgeous. Well, one thing I noticed, we got one little issue, but very easy going to be to fix that issue, and I don't necessarily think it was a packing problem. Okay, here she is. Okay, let's see here. Oh. Okay.
You want me to come take this stand?
No, I'm going to try not to destroy anything in here. I'm trying to turn that a little. Okay. So I've got one little thing, and I'm going to tell you, you're going to have to be careful when you take this thing out of the box. You have to be careful of the canopy. There you go. I'm going to have to do some creative gluing here. That's okay. Oh, sorry. You're good. You're fine. Okay, this thing, oh my God, is this thing beautiful. Okay. Oh man, the canopy is already installed. We're gonna have to check this out. I mean, this is absolutely beautiful.
Do you want the blue stand?
No. I'm gonna put it on that one.
Gotcha.
Okay.
It looks beautiful.
This is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, so. Oh, it's because the bottom isn't on. Okay, let's just put it in like this. Okay, rudder's hinged already, just needs gluing. Let's take a look at these. You got your nice Robar pin hinges. Already cut, already drilled. You can see them right in here. All it's going to do is take some glue and they're done. Beautiful fuselage detail. Panel lines, compartments all over. Let's put the rudder back in, and then, okay, so one thing you have to be careful of, your canopy right here. This side glued, awesome. Awesome. This side's not glued very well. Probably happened when I just put my hand on it. So you got to be careful when you're opening this. Do not put your hand on the canopy. Not a big deal. And it's got glue right here. Although, is that a mark? Yeah, so my canopy is got a little mark in there. That's okay. Could be bullet holes. We're going to weather it up anyway. So I'm going to put this rubber back on for now. You can see the rubber looks fabric. It's really nice. And then it'll go in just how we took it off, and it's going to be super easy because they've already drilled everything. It's basically going to be that easy to put on once you get the glue in there. It's going to be perfect. Okay, let's look at the canopy is taken off by these two. You've got two latches for the canopy. The canopy pops off. Okay. Looks like it's really constructed well. It's got triangle stock in all in the firewall, in both the forward parts of the box and the firewall part. There's triangle stock in there, which makes it. Here you can see the inside. Also, look at the canopy. Look at how that thing is installed. You don't have to do any of that. And it looks really good. All you need is a pilot for in there, and then here's your firewall. That looks to be constructed very well. See that there. Okay. I'm going to put this back on here. And that's your unboxing. Now, we are going to be, building this over the winter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put updates on, every time I do something, I'm going to put an update on there. Just to show you and tell you kind of, any pitfalls I find. I got to tell you, this thing looks really, really complete. Like I said, the control surfaces are all hinged. The flaps, I do know, take a little bit. They're not hinged. You got to get those right. But I'll kind of let you know when I'm doing the build. Once I get those flaps dialed in, I'll put probably a separate video up just for the flaps. Because everything else, I think, is really going to be not really a build video. It's going to be more of an assembly video. But that's my unboxing. I mean, I hope you like it. If you're on the fence about one of these things, Mike at Gator was great. Talked to him for about an hour when I first purchased it. I had some reservations just because it's a bigger airplane. I wanted to know about the retracts. I was concerned about roll bar retracts. He assured me it's a redone set of retracts for this airplane. So I think that's going to be really good. I will give you my honest opinion once we're building it, and once I have her done, I'm going to tell you what I think. And hopefully, if you're on the fence, by next year, I'll have her up flying. I'll be able to tell you what I think about her. The center wing section, I'll let you know if that's a problem. And I'll keep you updated every step of the way. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the build.